So we always start with review our plan and how we treat it and what outcome, right? That's your back testing. So if you don't do it during the days we don't have market recap, you should go back to my morning plan and whether it's called out correctly and how you followed it, what you could have done better. This help you to improve, right? So in the morning, we said, last night, I said, as long as 5,200, 5190 zone holds, it's gonna go back up. And so if you do stretch this hour entry, right? 5197. But if you want to be conservative, because in the morning I did share a chart saying if ES greater, this one greater than 59.29.5. So I said ES above 5230 bullish, upside target how much? However, 5278 is the previous day candle. If we could get over that, meaning we could get to yesterday high, right? So we achieved all 4 targets today, all 4 targets. But if you want to be conservative, this is Mark Manavini's entry, right? Contraction 1, contraction 2, contraction 3. You have slightly higher high and you enter here. That's why the 5230 entry. But if you use stretch, you enter from here. Or you enter the retest. Retest 1, retest 2. You go long at 5213 and then stop loss 14 points. It's not bad, right? 14 points versus 100 some points. That's great RR, right? That's excellent RR. You can't be asking more. So for NQ, I'm still laughing at Wendy, sorry. For NQ, we said if it goes above that 50% of the previous candle, the target is going to be 18558. We went slightly higher than that. So now let's look at it weekly. I'm sorry, I don't know, can you see anything? If I remove all these lines, then I would resolve it. Okay, so now you can see, right? This weekly hammer candle is very bullish. You cannot ask a more bullish candle than this. I don't care what other people say, how bearish the sentiment has been, but this is a very bullish weekly candle. So, and what's next, right? So you're looking at a weekly candle. We already enter part of the last week, right? So on the last week candle, it's pretty big. If we could get over 19,051, we could get to the 19,717. But this like, let's start from daily first. So the daily candle is really bullish. So what triggered this big run was the unemployment claim, the job number is less than forecast. So I get that ease off a little bit the recession fear. Say, okay, the economy maybe it's not that bad, maybe, and then the carry trade is unwinded 75% already. So I don't usually check news, just FYI. I shut down all the news channel. All I do whole day long, just looking at the charts. Have levels ready like every day. I'm making plans, and you guys should do the same. If one day you're living here, you graduate, decide to live on your own, you need to practice writing down So on daily, we already entering this big, the dominant red candle on the August 2nd. If we could get over 18,682, we could get over 18, like almost 1900. So what could happen tomorrow is one day really quiet, no any news. But given the recent sentiment, see the big data like this, it's not you and I, it's big money. Big money bought it. There's no way you and I can do this kind of buying. So part of it, the big money. Oh, you know, one thing I'm really happy. The big money, the QQQ put, they took a 20% loss on one day. I was like, I'm very happy with that. So they part of them go long, and then they use shorter time frame to hedge. So if they retest this area, so I'm usually using ES to gauge because ES is less volatile. So if ES coming back to this zone, there was a previous resistance level. If coming to this zone, we want to see whether it holds. So ideally, I want to test overnight and then going to take the 53.75 out. And next week, we have two important events, CPI and PPI, Tuesday and Wednesday. So if both are really less than expected, that will fuel the theme that recon is coming. So that would be good for market and may help actually push over this. So anyway, but we do need wicks to come down. Ideally come down below 15. This is the last weekly level. Below this would be ideal. But given the situation, current situation, I'm not sure how fast we can, but at least this is coming down some. But on 30 minutes time frame, it looked like I want to go back up a little, which is okay. So market, if overnight retreats here, and then in the morning we can go long in the afternoon. Probably people want to take profit. They don't want to hold anything over the weekend. I mean, I can't imagine anyone hold the future over the weekend last Sunday. A lot of people probably got their future account blue. That's very devastating, like 5% drop. How many people have 5% stop loss? There's no way, right? Anyway, so that is that. And I do want to go through some sectors and how I choose day trading tickers, right? Throughout the day, I will watch. So if we see NQ going up and semiconductor going up, so what I did 2 rounds on media, right? So this was shared on the Discord. I said I got long here. Hold on, is it? Okay. So I got long here and I sold here and it came back down and I bought again. I didn't sell all the way there. I sold here. But if I have sold here 200 shares, I got like totally 400 shares. It would have given me a little more profit, which I'm fine. It's day trading, right? So my goal day trading is $500 a day, which is made more than what I needed to make, right? So if you see a media going up and you see SOXL went up 22%. 22%. So what I do, I have a chart SOXL, half the window, and the other side is SOSX. So this clearly going up. What do? You short, you can, because we already have position on here, you can add to it and then like, roll, cut your cost base down. Or you can short SOXS, or you can, like, I have TQQQ half, SQQQ the other half. So you can do either long the good one or short the bad one, the evil one. So today clearly short the evil one, right? If you shorted SQQQ, you will get 10%, like a 15%, 15-minute chart. What do you see? Rally, base, drop. What is they doing here? Retest this gap. And then 3 moving areas crossover. You short $10.80 and stop losses like 11, never visit, right? So you get over a dollar. That's big deal. 10% one day, right? And if you did SOXS, 21% one day. Is that juicy or what? So you don't really have to trade future. You don't have to trade SPX. If you bought puts, or if you find like 7,000, 74, 7,500, let's say $8,000, 200 shares, you made so well. You just keep moving stop loss down, down and down. You never get triggered stop loss. So that's how you make your money, right? That's why people said, when in daily app say, hey, Jade, why you have no emotion? Why would I show any emotion? On the down days, I can go long, get 300 shares, 10K premium, and I can get a few thousand out of it. On the up day, I can do the same. Okay, so you have SOXL shares and you're down, but that's how you make it up. 2 days. 2 days would make your difference already, right? So you don't really have to always stare at SOXX call put. Sometimes, to be honest, I would rather. So I have a new rule. Because I want to set by example. So my per trade SPX total cost not exceeding $1,200. So if you go to 0, okay, that's my max, but usually I cut by 20%. So that's my rule. And let's look at, so throughout the day, I was checking this. Of course, semiconductor get beat really down, right? And if you want to do some option calls, then LRCX, the earning wasn't that bad, right? ASML, ASML. Look at this too. If you do open by one call, you know where the target is. Your call would have what, 500%, right? This, if you bought one call, $800 here, there's no resistance until this level. So you would have at least triple, if not more, right? So throughout the day, I check this. And Bitcoin, we talk about Bitcoin. I said first level resistance is here, and then the gap fill. Guess what happened? Totally gap filled. And this going to be the next target. This next target is going to be 65,000. So I provided MSTR 2 levels using stretch, reversal up, retest. You got $17 one day. So there's many ways you just have to think freely. Like throughout the day, you check which sector is going up the most and go pick up their leaders, right? So IGV went up big, and who had earning and gapped up really big? Hub, right? So who would be going up with it if Hub's going up today? CRM, 3.8%, 3.7% one day. Not too bad, right? We said anytime Labu goes below 110, you start to accumulate. One, it gave you over 6%. The high is almost like 120, right? IWM, we said every time go below 200, near 200, clearly. Isn't that our trigger, right? Gave you $7, $8. So throughout the day, you can make a few hundred. I feel like we can make 500 with eyes closed. With what I teach you, you don't think you can make 500 with eyes closed? Tell me in the comment section. Who can, just what I mentioned that during morning Discord voice, you can make $500 easy, right? No? No one said anything, so I guess no. So anyway, so tomorrow, we're watching these two levels. I'm hoping it come down to this level and going up. Tomorrow is Friday, so most likely people are gonna take profit. And I would too for short-term positions. And so for gold, we said gold is gonna go up. So we have, I was watching for 2,400 level, but it didn't drop quite that low here. So it's dropped to 2,420. And then you have very neat, clean reversal up. And natural gas people should be very happy, right? Natural gas people. So I called out long here. If you didn't call this week, you can do this. You go long here, stop loss here, but then you'll be stopped out. However, you can re-enter, 3 moving areas, target 1, and revisit it. This your add-on. Target 2, I think next level is gonna be here. And the final level, I think either here, big chance it may hit here. I'm not very positive with end of August have another down drop, like down. So if you're holding BOIL or you're holding UNG, so you might want to gradually taking profit. BOIL today is 4.76%, not bad, right? Okay, so Treasury yield. So we were expecting this to go up. So either it hit here, 40.64 or 41.35. So most likely, if CPI number, PPI number is really good, this should turn back down, and then TMF, TLT. So what did 2-3 days ago, I said this is gonna drop to fill the gap, and it test the breakout area. So ideally, we want to see something here, but you could have pick up some position today here, same as TMF. So if really, I see hourly charge, it's gonna go to 64-ish. That's why I'm kind of firm believer that we are gonna have a rate cut soon, very soon. A lot of times technicals, it's just technicals, but sometimes you see something will happen to back this up. So if you see anything, this is really retest breakout area. If it really come down to 50, you really should load some. And September recut could go to 65, 70. This is a quick turnaround. And it's also a hedge. You see on that day, Black Swan Sunday, Monday, money run to 50, immediately this pop, right? So if there is another, I knock, I hope not, then this should go up too. I can't imagine central bank is not panicking. I'm pretty sure they are. Okay, enough of that nonsense, and let's look at the some of the important sectors. Okay, so SOXX. I know a lot of you have semiconductors. So what is this? I want to show it weekly. So weekly, this is two down, right? The current week is two down, even though it's a big green candle, but it dropped below this one. So 50% next week candle is what? 220. I'm going to remove this so you can see. 220. So if SOXX can get about 220, we'll see 235, 240 coming. And so weekly level, they are below all the moving averages, right? But if you look at daily level, daily is already above all moving areas, right? And you can see the dropping momentum, it's slowing down, and MACD is about to cross over to upside. Ideally, we want this crossover to be above zero line, but hey, we take what it is, right? I'm much happier here than here, right? So, and IGV, right? IGV software, some is, this one is already almost there. See that? So if you go above 82, next level is 85. And who are the leaders in IGV sector? We have Adobe. Adobe is pretty good. And here is the final target. CRM, Microsoft, ServiceNow. ServiceNow, you can't even tell. It didn't really drop much, right? PNW, you know how much I love this ticker. It's already above last week, 50%. So what's coming? 331 is coming, right? CDNS, another my favorite ticker. What's happening? It almost weekly breakout. When this weekly breakout, what's next target? 290, 300, right? So those are the tickers you should keep on your watch list. Say, hey, if NQ is going higher, those are my to-go tickers. Either do share or do calls, right? So when I said Labu below 110, I did 5 contracts call. One day gave me more than 1700. One day, that's a lot of money, 1700. A lot of country, their whole year doesn't make 1700 US dollars, right? So think you have to prepare this mentally. You can't just like, wait for me to count out and then you pull the chart, then this be too late. So when I count out during the morning Discord, or you think, okay, I usually morning already gave you what sectors perform the best, what sector perform the worst. So you should already pull the leaders out. What if market goes up? What do I do? What if market go down? What do I do, right? So that's why we have TQQQ, SQQQ side by side, SOXL, SOXS side by side. So you can use small capital to make big return, and that's why market can drop to hell. I can go long on SQQQ, making the same percent, right? So anyway, that's how you hedge, right? You don't have to always do bear put spread on QQQ, because that can go to zero really quick. But if you do SQQQ shares, your stop loss is very small and you can control it more than the option from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. much more flexible than the option, right? But if you do it on IB or Robinhood, you can even trade overnight. So just like think, you have to think what happens if market go up and what position you have, how you hedge, rather than me telling you, hey, I'm doing bear put QQ spread. I really don't care about QQQ bear put spread, to be honest. It doesn't give you a lot of money. It doesn't give you a lot of hedge. So anyway, this our market recap tonight. And if you guys have any tickers you want me to look at, and we can do that. Oh, by the way, one of our old friends, GME, is about to start. I mentioned this on Tuesday, market recap. Look on daily and weekly. I think it's about to go. Look, right? See? So anyway, all right. Any questions or tickers? No questions? Okay, thank you so much. You guys are being so nice to me. All right, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Tesla, nothing changed. Still ranging inside day, right? Nothing changed. But the weekly look a lot better, right? So low, higher low, high, higher high. Your weekly trend didn't change. So if market go back up from here, I would still expect Tesla to go to 280. But given the seasonality and the election, right now, August through October are not the most bullish months. So it could be ranging, consolidating, grinding higher, and then after the election, a big pop. That's why we haven't done a lot of options long term. So next thing I want to say, I know we have QQQ calls, and if next week we're going to 19,000 area, we put on long-term call was last Friday, so near 18,500-ish. And our call, my call, at least my call is not too much red. And so we are gonna act the call if tomorrow, next week going higher. SMCI, I think the drop is over. It should go to somewhere near 600 to 660 here. That's what I'm looking. So daily we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So eventually it's gonna drop to much lower. It's splitting, so we have to do the analysis after the split. But at least what I'm seeing is 1, 2, or 2, 3, 4, 5 lower, 400-ish. But I think it will be split before that happens. Yeah, so I have a 450. I had a 450, 400 bull put spread. And then I took profit on the offset leg after the big drop. Now I have 450 Cascare put. So if I'm assigned, my price is about 370-ish. from the two premium I got, which I'm fine. I can just sell cover calls really aggressively until the share be called away. Because clearly next year it's gonna be going lower. One thing does bother me a lot, actually not just a little, a lot, is we never printed 4. And hourly, I was expecting this, we never got it. So that's one thing bothers me. And that's one thing preventing me to do any longer than day trading calls. I do weekly call and acted right the same day. And this is really what preventing me to do all that. Okay, that's it. That's all I want to cover. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Okay, bye.